Hello, how you guys doing? James here. Hope you're doing well. Uh, staying warm on this cool day, very cold day here in Ohio. Uh, I want to show you a couple of videos, and I'm going to make a commentary. I hope these small YouTubers go mind. I'm going to use their video as an example. In this video, it's going to be kind of very expressive. There, the guy gonna use some vulgar language, but hopefully the YouTube won't monetize it. But you just keep it real. But I feel like it's something that, as Black Americans, one of the ones is that it's something to think about. But I'm gonna go ahead and play a little bit of his video, and I'm gonna make a short video, and then I'll get back with my story.
What's happening with the YouTube? It's your man, the one. Y'all know what time it is, man. Motherfucker asked me a question on Thanksgiving Day. Say, man, you being an ex-street nigga, being in that game for most of your life, what is the killing about? He said, could you answer that for me? I said, yes. I say, man, hurt people. Understand that. And the average motherfucker that live the street life is a hurt individual. I feel my father didn't love me, or my mother didn't love me, or my grandparents didn't do right by me. And I want somebody else to feel the way I feel. Now, is that right? Fuck no. That's fucked up. But that's the mentality of most street niggas. Nobody gave a damn about me, so I don't give a damn about nobody else. You understand what I'm saying? I'ma do what I want, when I want, however I want. I don't give a fuck who get hurt in the process. And that's a fucked up way to think, man. I suffered from that when I was in the streets. Me and all my niggas suffer from the lack of thinking we need somebody else to love us. Like I tell motherfuckers, man, I'm gonna give you some game. It's not until I realize many years later, I don't need I don't need 1,000 motherfuckers to love me. I just need me to love me. Me loving me keeps me out of harm. Because when you love yourself, you think before you react to anything. Will this jeopardize my freedom or my life? You understand what I'm saying? Because you want to make the best decision possible for you. Because you care about you. But there's so many black men, brothers and sisters in the ghetto that haven't figured that out. We don't need the world to love you for you to make it. You just need you to love you to make it in this life, man. You know, motherfuckers, I done seen motherfuckers put in work, full of anger, mad at some shit somebody else done said to them or done to them. And this motherfucker ended up paying the ultimate price behind it. Have nothing to do with it. Why is this brother so mad? Why is this sister so mad? Because his father didn't show up, or his mother didn't show up, or his uncle wasn't on time. You know, it's always the lack of love. You know what I'm saying? You hear this shit, man. You hear it in these young nigga songs. You hear it in these female songs. The lack of love. My father wasn't there. My mother wasn't there. She was on drugs. She was in the streets. I was on my own. You know what I'm saying? I had to take care of myself since I was 9, 10. You understand? That's a lot to deal with. You know, and I tell motherfuckers, man, everybody don't get to the point where they realize what really going on out here, man. You know, I lost a lot of brothers and sisters as far as the graveyard and the penitentiary is concerned. Because we they didn't understand that all they needed was them to love them. You don't need nobody to give a damn about you but you. Hurt people hurt people. You know what I'm saying? You see it on a daily basis in the ghetto, on a day-to-day basis. It's beautiful. Motherfuckers putting in work because of frustration, but the next man have nothing to do with that. Man, I don't know your people not in your life, man. I don't know you having a hard time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know none of these things. Don't put that shit on me.
Mm-hmm.
But don't give up on yourself either. When you turn to the street life or a life of crime, you giving up.
Yeah.
That's the easy way out.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you really gonna be hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because being locked up like a motherfucking dog ain't the answer. You know what I'm saying? Now you have to fight for your life. Now you locked up with a bunch of motherfuckers that have the same mind frame as you in some cases. You know, I watch brothers through time like that, man. I don't give a fuck about it. They don't never let me out this motherfucker. Nobody give a fuck about me. Y'all haven't heard people say these things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the reason behind
Yeah.
75% of the crime in the ghettos of America.
Mm-hmm.
The lack of love.
Mm-hmm.
And we hold a key. You hold a key. All you need to love you is you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need everybody else's love.
No.
Think about it, man. If I love me, then I know I'm not gonna put myself in a fucked up situation. Before some shit jump off, I'ma get on down. You understand what I'm saying? Before I shoot this motherfucker house up, I'ma think about, damn, is my freedom worth me shooting this motherfucker house up behind nothing, behind words? You understand? Am I prepared to spend the rest? Am I prepared to spend the next 20 to 30 years locked up in a cage behind an argument? No, I have to care about me before I make this decision. But if I'm out there with the mind frame, oh man, fuck him, and he gonna understand that ain't nobody gonna play me like that, this shit's gonna turn out bad for me and him. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody, you're gonna have to use this here, man. The brain, you're gonna have to start thinking before we react. There's a lot of motherfuckers losing their lives. There's somebody losing their life right now behind somebody not thinking, man.
Mm-hmm. Ain't that the truth? Yep.
I ain't the one to be played with.
Yep.
Ain't nobody gonna cross me. The line, it ain't going down like that.
Right.
Motherfucker been fucking over me my whole life.
Right.
We give ourselves excuses to hurt other people and to fuck up our life in the process. That's what this shit is about. The lack of love. Man, like I say, man, once you realize all you need to give a damn about you is you, you'll see a change in your fucking life. And I don't give a damn what you do. You understand? I don't care if it's alcohol, if it's the street life, drugs. I don't care what it is. Once you start loving you, you'll start seeing a change. And that's some real shit, my nigga.
Right.
Because no motherfucker wanna die of cirrhosis of the liver because they became an alcoholic.
Right.
But you have to care about your body. I can't care about you for you.
Right.
You have to do this. And we hold the key to this shit, man.
Right.
Nobody else, man. And you have to look at the next brother, your people, your sisters. I said, well, damn, this motherfucker in the same boat as I am. We in the same boat together. We riding in this shit together, man. We in this together. You understand what I'm saying? Just think about that for a minute. When a motherfucker go to slide on a motherfucker, he's not traveling from state to state. The average motherfucker, when he going to put in work, he's going right around the fucking corner to a motherfucking house to a motherfucker who is in the same situation as he is. And it's about nothing. Some words. Well, I'm gonna show everybody how I get down. Come on, man. Come on. Really? Nah, man. You know, like I tell motherfuckers, if everybody else is using social media as a tool to get ahead in life, then we should be using social media as a tool to get ahead in life. It should help us. Out of all the different races and nationalities that use social media, I mean, it's a worldwide web. Why are we being harmed by some shit that's helping everybody else?
Thank you.
Bringing that same ghetto bullshit
Right.
to social media.
Right. Thank you.
We can't see the forest for the trees.
Thank you.
If we're gonna do it like that, man, you done bought that shit from the block to the damn YouTube to social media. And motherfuckers, we done lost so many young black men and women behind this.
Mm-hmm.
The internet.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, man. Proving a point. You don't have nothing to prove to nobody in this life, man.
Mm-mm.
Because next week, after you took that brother life, and while you serving the rest of your life in the penitentiary, life goes on. Motherfuckers forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Greg who shot such. Oh man, I forgot all about that nigga. Y'all ain't never had these conversations. Better tell these motherfuckers what really goes on out here, man. Damn, man, Greg been gone that long? Shh. I say, man, if we say Greg who? Shit, like I tell motherfuckers, man, we have to start thinking. You have to use your brain, man. That's what it's there for. But hurt people, man. You know what I'm saying? It always goes back to the lack of love.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when a woman out there, a young girl out there, man, she just living that street life, sleeping with this guy, that guy. That's because she don't love herself. That's not healthy, baby.
Mm-mm.
That's not good.
Mm-mm.
My daddy don't care about me. My mama don't care about me. I'm out here in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna sell my body. Man, all you need is you to love you.
Right.
This ain't how you do this here, man. Why would you tear yourself up because they don't love you?
Right.
That makes no sense. You
Right.
joining the enemy if you ask me.
Right.
I know you don't give a fuck about me. I know she don't give a fuck about me.
Right.
So now I'ma join you motherfuckers and I don't give a fuck about me? Make it make sense. That's why so many young black men and women are being killed in the ghettos across America, man.
Yes. Yes.
Because they haven't figured that simple thing out.
Yes.
That's simple.
Yes.
That's what we hear over here. That's what the one is about.
Yes.
Maybe you're not thinking like this here. So let me give you some game. All you need to care about you in this life is you.
Exactly.
And I bullshit you. Now, once I figured that out, man, my life changed.
Right.
My life changed. Once I realized that I didn't have to impress nobody in this world, I just had to do right by me.
Right.
It was easy. It was a cakewalk. It was so much weight being lifted off my shoulders. Because most of the shit I did when I was in the street was behind that. I had that same mentality that I can remember saying, man, fuck that. I'm gonna smash any motherfucker get in my way. You understand? I don't give a fuck about going in this nigga house. You know what I'm saying? Nigga went mine. Shit. Nigga, fuck that. That's a fucked up way to think, man. Nah, man. Always care about you. Always put you first. Always love you. That's what this shit is about. These motherfuckers don't realize that they hold the key success and happiness and peace, not somebody else. You have to love you. I'm not going to be out in the nightclub getting into some bullshit ass argument where I have to go outside and have a shootout in the parking lot if I love me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Don't make no sense.
See, you can't be fucking with all these, to the females, you can't be fucking with all these dudes.
Right.
If you love you.
Right.
Get you one man.
Exactly.
Listen to what I said, a man.
Exactly.
You motherfuckers be going to get street niggas and trying to turn him into a man. Nah, that man ain't right yet. He ain't ready for that.
Thank you.
That's gonna turn out bad for you, your kids, and everybody involved. Find you a man. Somebody who's doing the right thing in life, who's not gonna bring all that extra shit into your life, man.
Let me interrupt right here. Oh man, he said nothing but a got full. See, if any not all black women look at, but the ones that do, I'm glad he's saying it like this, because there's a couple of videos that cover the same topic, what you want, bad boys. And it's sad that, you know, as black people, we think that being a hood ninja and a hood rat is celebrated, that you keep it real for the culture, and that the culture and then was made up by people who you don't even control it. They tell you and pay the rappers and these influencers to put on that stuff, so it mimics the young people, and so they go out there and act out in that every kind of way. So I'm glad he mentions that, and, you know, you know, that's the dysfunctional. That's what 90% some men. So when we come across some black men who got their head on straight, they don't want to be dealing with somebody who have a hood rat mentality, that think that I want to deal with a ninja and a ninja mentality, and that's the way it is. Because when you say think that kind of mindset, speak that kind of language, you get that what kind of person you get with. You get a hood ninja. You get a hood ninja. That's what it is. Like he's saying, you know, his hood ninjas. And that's what you get. But it's sad that with being a hood ninja, you ain't gonna have a long life. You're not gonna have a long life. But I'm gonna go on with the next story. But here's another brother that made an excellent point. I'm glad he pointed that out. And you could tell he's from the street. He keeping it real.
We're gonna get a lot of hate. I'm gonna have a lot of people that's gonna have a lot of opinions about this video. I know people gonna think I'm trying to bash my own community, think I'm a sellout, but I'm gonna be real, guys. We doing it to ourselves, man. We're doing it to ourselves. We idolize the streets. We idolize the drugs. We idolize rappers. We idolize all these things that it's not gonna make us better in life. That's not the way of life. Being gangs and shit, killing people, robbing people, just destroying the whole community by just by idolizing, by feeling like that's who we are. That's not who we are, bro. That's not who we are. I love being black. I love to try to set the tone and reach other young black men who's watching this video right now. That we are more than just being street thugs, by being drug dealers, by being just rappers, by being murderers. We more than that, guys. We way more than that. We got so much potential as a black person to come out here to become better, to become out here to become successful by doing things where other races can't look up to us, man. I had this Asian guy that came up to me, man, at my job, and he was like, bro, you black people got the best genetics. You guys got the best genetics when it comes to fitness. You know what I'm saying? By athleticism. You know what I'm saying? That's proven in sports. That's proven in sports. That's proven by a lot of black guys who's fitness influencers. You know what I'm saying? A lot of races look up to our physiques. But like, why do I see so little of the black population in the gym? Black men, black women. I don't see a lot of that, bro. Why are we not taking advantage of the things that we already have, that we already been blessed with? Why are we not taking advantage of that? A lot of you guys idolizing the streets. That could have been Division I players. That could have been NFL players, NBA players, any sports. But you guys chose the streets because you want that quick money. You want to earn some type of respect. You want to be hard, guys. Bro, you can live more than that. That shit is a dead end in life. That's not gonna get you to nowhere but a box or underground with a stone on top of you. That's not the way of life. We can do so much more than idolizing the stuff that we mainly idolize, guys. You have the potential to be great. A lot of you guys think, oh, just because I'm black, I have to live like this lifestyle. No, you don't have to live that type of lifestyle. A lot of you guys think that we don't live, we don't got the same privilege as other people. In reality, we do, but we don't try to use it to our advantage. We don't try to do the things that is legal, that is more positive to grow. We need to start holding ourselves accountability of the things that happen in our life. Some of us have to set the tone for other black people to look at us and like, yo, you know what, bro, he is right. I can do the same thing if he can do it. A lot of us may be in poverty. A lot of us may not have the same privilege. Like, you know what I'm saying? But to be real, we have to earn that shit. We have to earn that shit. And I'm gonna be real, bro. A lot of us ruin it for each other. A lot of us made it harder on other successful black men. You know what I'm saying? Instead of working together and grow together to become better, to become stronger, doing the things that is right, becoming leaders. A lot of people, a lot of other races look up to black people than you think they do. They love our culture. They love how our culture works. They love how, you know what I'm saying, we do our hair and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? When there's black influencers that's in the gym and stuff like that, they got great dominant physiques. They love that shit, bro. A lot of people are attracted to it. But we don't try to utilize that in our population. We don't try to capitalize on the things that we could really capitalize on. Instead, we capitalize on the rappers, we capitalize on the drugs, we capitalize on shit that is not gonna get us nowhere. You don't have to earn your respect on the streets. You can earn your respect from anybody by being successful, by being different, by being a leader, showing people that you is thick skinned, but doing it in a manner of mind, doing it in a positive attitude. Not sitting there trying to be a thug, sacking your pants and trying to seem intimidating. You don't need to be like that for people to respect you, dog. You're not gonna get no respect. As the world grows, as you get older and older, that shit that you see on the streets is irrelevant, bro. A lot of people look past you when you're doing that shit. Matter of fact, a lot of people stay away from you because it's just of a toxic, negative energy, bro. You want to continue to be broke. You want to continue to live in poverty. Is this what your mom, your black mom, wants you to live like? A thug? Going to jail? Is that the way to take care of your people? Is that the fucking answer? Our ancestors that fucking died and was slavery? Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, the people that taught and try to bring the country together, want you to come out here and just live like this? This is the way you repay them? That's it? That's the end of the fucking bloodline? Bro, you gotta see more, bro. Your life is bigger than that shit, man. It's way bigger than that. But instead we idolize the things to try to, for quick pleasure, for quick instant gratification, thinking that's how we supposed to live. Yeah, this world is fucking demonic. But what are you gonna do to overcome the demonic world things? I fight against a lot of shit every day, bro. I get it. Some white people are racist. racious. You know what I'm saying? Some people do feel like that, you know, they ain't gonna give us the opportunity just because we black. But what are you gonna do to overcome that? What are you gonna do to achieve these things no matter what? A lot of people respect a black person who's successful, who came out the ground, that didn't have the utilities, the tools, the opportunities, the privileges that we say. When we on top, a lot of people respect that because they already know how much it took you to get to that level.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It is different from other races when black people achieve something. It's way different.
Yeah.
You have to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Yeah.
You have to sometimes like control your attitude to get to the things that you want in life.
Right.
You can't do certain things
Right.
to try to prove yourself.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? You have to prove yourself more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
But is that the reason why we gotta turn back to the streets? Is that the reason why we gotta turn to the fucking drugs? Go to jail? Once you go to jail, what are people gonna remember you as? You gonna be locked up for 30 years for murder, locked up for years for selling drugs on the street. All that money you made is out the fucking door, bro. You just the feds is gonna take all that money.
Right.
So you doing that illegal shit, is it really worth it?
Right.
All that money that's gone, as soon as you get busted one time, instead of being smart and working a fucking job, or working developing a skill and make some real money so that way you can take care of your parents. That way it's illegal so you don't have to watch over your back every day.
Right.
You can sleep good at night, knowing that legal money is fucking coming in. Knowing that you're doing something positive. You setting a tone that you believe that you can be dominant like other races are. Oh, you think it's cool to not to be smart, to go to school and learn some skills? Having a 4.0 GPA, being a valedictorian? You think you too cool for that? You think you too cool for that school shit?
Mm.
Or you wanna live that mediocre lifestyle? Then don't blame it on nobody else. Don't blame it on nobody else while you in jail. Don't blame it on nobody else while you underground. Don't blame it on nobody while your life is just shit.
Right.
We sit here idolizing, getting people pregnant, and not being there. We gotta be there for our kids, bro. You know that? Come on, guys, we gotta be there. If you have a kid and you're black, you have to be there for your kid, bro. Even if you didn't have a good life, even though you did make mistakes, how about you try to tell your kid, like, look, don't live the lifestyle I live.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go to school, get your education, get your diploma.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You get good at sports, maximize your sports. Stay away from the drugs. Stay away from bad people. Focus on what you need to focus on and become successful. Don't live the life I live. You know what I'm saying? You be the example for your kid.
Right.
Instead of just leaving him in false hope. You know that we don't get the same opportunities, so you gonna leave him behind.
Right.
You gonna leave him in torture. You gonna leave him with no fucking guidance.
Right.
You gonna let another black woman that is nowhere near masculine, as a masculine, strong black man, to play two roles. You gonna really do that shit?
Speak it, brother.
Or you gonna really set the tone and say, you know what, bro,
Speak
I want my
brother.
kid to be somebody great.
Speak
I want my
it.
black kid
Ooh,
to be
speak
great
it.
in life. I
Speak
want him
it.
to achieve the things that I want to achieve. I want him to become better than me. So then when he grows up and set the tone and he becomes successful, then when he has kids, he can set the tone for his kids and they can continue on. And then the black community becomes stronger. But we don't look at it like that. We look at it to be ghetto. Look at it to be ratchet. Trying to be cool, bro. That shit is not the way of life. We can do the same thing that any other race can do. As long as we put in the work. As long as we trust the self-improvement journey. As long as that we can believe that we can conquer anything in this world. Like I said, a lot of races look up to us. They do. When they see a black, successful man in shape, got good credit, not hood, not ghetto, has a strong mind, has full control of his fucking life, having money coming in, having a stable home, taking care of himself, a lot of people would think he's a fucking threat. That's the way you can live your life. You don't have to idolize the streets. You don't have to. You don't have to idolize a game to gain respect. That's not the only way to fucking gain respect. Nobody's not gonna know you on the streets. Hell, you can start a YouTube channel. Guys that's coming out of jail, you can start a YouTube channel. Or giving examples to other people. And say, hey bro, don't live the life I live. Because there's not a lot of people that has father figures. That's looking up to black influencers. There's a lot of black influencers, including myself, that makes these type of videos. Motivation, inspiration. And a lot of people take it, as life is getting hard, a lot of people really taking our videos very seriously because it's real and people need to hear this type of shit. You can do the same fucking thing. And be somebody. You can gain respect by being successful. I mean, hell, look at Mike Tyson. Look how he's at as a 60-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? Maximize, he put his full potential in his boxing. One of the greatest legends of all time. I watch a lot of his motivation videos. A lot of things that he said. He's a very intelligent black man. You know what I'm saying? He's doing it for his kids. He's doing it for his family. He's setting the tone in the black community. You know what I'm saying? A lot of rappers, I ain't bashing on all rappers. MC Hustle, shout out to him. Rest in peace to him. You know what I'm saying? Very educated black man. Speaks his mind and speaking the truth. Touching a lot of black folks that's coming up. Saying, hey bro, y'all guys gotta, these streets ain't for you, bro. So why do we turn into that stuff? Why do we do it to ourselves? Let's stop blaming other people for our mistakes. Let's hold ourselves accountable for what we need to do. What do we need to grow and become and form our community strong? Don't y'all get tired of being rated less? Don't y'all get tired of being treated different? Don't y'all want the same opportunity as other race? Well, guess what? We have to do what it takes to earn that. We have to earn that shit. You know what I'm saying? We built this fucking country. Why are we not running it? I'm gone.
And I'm going to come in with my commentary. These gentlemen laid out the foundation of any black, and even though you may look at me and probably think I'm lame, I'm probably a little goofy and kooky, and I can't relate. Let me tell you something right now. I've been around this nonsense. The nonsense that they would talk about, I've seen it. My mother was married to someone like that. That he was a hood nigga all the way till he died. He did the same. He was locked up in the system. He was, and until he got damn near 60-some years old and stopped taking it. He was steady shooting up, steady having the dope boy bring stuff, having someone bring stuff to the house. And I'm looking at my mother like, this man is not. He haven't learned his left license in life. That, you know, you figure someone that come out the pen, that some people come out the pen, they make it better. Some people don't. They still try to go back to the same mindset that they left 2 decades ago. And so when you getting somebody out of the prison, jail, make sure their mindset is right. Because sometimes, and it was like in his case, they was doing some little, getting with some old dudes that would also been locked up, and these guys in their damn near 60s pushing 70s still doing the same dumb stuff. I mean, and what I would say to the younger guys in 20s, their 30s, and maybe some in their 40s, you don't want to be like that, because that's embarrassing. That he been in 5-6 prisons, three jails before he passed away. He only had 2 or 3 jobs throughout his whole lifetime. But everything else he thought was hustle. And street, still had that street vernacular and everything. And my mother couldn't figure out, I didn't really want to really talk to him, because like, this is not as a older male figure, especially a stepfather figure, this is not what I'm gonna look up to. And at the time, I was like 19, 20 some years old. But luckily, when I got to a certain age, I moved out on my own. But I mean, he has some good points. But I seen the generation pass down to his son. His son was doing the same, going out of jail, being, doing that street life and stuff, knocking women across the head. And now, then his grandson, which is part of his one son, did turn around and join the gang. So it's like it's passing down generation after generation. And me, and I don't understand. It's you can't blame it on some white people. It's us that do it. We I think we so grafted into it that we hood ninjas. So we got whatever we speak, we put it in the culture and say, see, we can relate to that dysfunction and toxicity because that's part of black culture. And there's some black people that continually to do this stuff like that. If it's there's some people that can't get along in the same neighborhood, and it's always somebody that starts some gossip, somebody they do some low frequency shit. Either they, borrow money and ask for something and get into an argument and fight over something like that, or it's someone like he said, someone has said something and it blows out to a big. I've seen it all. I've seen some stuff, and I have relatives, I have cousins that they ran the bars and still talk about things from what they did back in the 70s and late 60s and 70s. And you know what the OGs did? They all passed away. Most of them went on liver cirrhosis. Most of them died. And barely I got two cousins left that's older than me. That they still run around. They still, they have a drunk every once in a while. Whatever their pleasure. But they was something in the day, boy. And someone had to go drag them out the bar and stuff like that. And one cousin was a police officer, had to go drag his brothers out the bar. We lived in near Youngstown. So I've seen this stuff. I've been around, believe it or not. You would never look at a guy like me think I've been around that type of life, and that's just something that I really did. A lot of my friends, people that I knew, don't know that side of me, but I can relate to this, And just because I have a nice face and I belong to Christ, don't mean that. And there's many people like me. Just because someone don't talk a certain way, present themselves a certain way, or don't talk like the first guy, it don't mean that they're not black or they don't not street. Everybody don't is game, but just because someone talk with a proper vernacular, don't mean that they trying to be white. It ain't trying to be that they better than you. They ain't trying. It's just that they come from they choose not to conduct themselves that way. That's the problem with some of our people. It's the mindset that we do. And you see that the destruction, you see that the chaos and confrontation that goes on. And we know in the inner city, that's what, and that's why some of us try to get away and go further out. But you can't, but here's the thing about it, you can't take a hood nigga to the rural area, to the country. You gotta leave him where he's at. And I'm gonna be honest with you, because they carry that same mindset, that same street running thug, going on holler at the 50 cent. And there's some white people that have hood nigga mindset too. Oh, there's some white people. Oh yeah, there's some white people got the same mindset. And what I'm telling you is that we gotta have a change of heart. You gotta change your mind. And sometimes you have to separate yourself from that. And luckily I have always been balanced. But I've been around that stuff. Me and my friend John, we've been around my stuff. And my friend John that I showed you in one video, he's black. And he was raised, his mom raised him in Warren, but later on he went to the suburbs. And so I was like the only basically black friend that he has, and I can relate where he come from, because I went from the city to the suburbs too. But just because we're black men don't mean that we're still black men. Don't mean that we're trying to be white. Just for those who have that kind of low vibrational mindset. It's just that you're expanding your mindset wherever you go. And that's another thing that really hurts us as a people. We don't, and there's other ones that want to come back, and I applaud the black people who do, but you got some envious, simple-minded, they got to go off the rail, and some of them don't even want to make you want to help your own people sometimes. You know, I was hearing what this one black man was saying recently. He had a business down in Florida, and he's in the rental car business. He said he said though he happened with other people, but majority of the problem he had is dealing with some other black folks not respecting his property as a business owner. And he said he had to he's on the verge of closing his business because they don't know how to respect stuff. That's a damn shame. And I was like, wow, man. You know, you see, we need to have to learn a type of ridicule core and respect, especially someone we know that the odds are against us. We know this stuff like that. We know that the other people are going to get special tax incentives and tax things when it comes to business. And we know that dollar flipped 5-6 times out of the community. We know that. But it's getting them other people to understand, the ones that think they should get a hookup, or the ones that just try to cause problems with somebody who's trying to bring some business and keep it in the community, like you see in other communities across America. Just like you see in this, no matter if it's a Korean town, Chinatown, Little Mexico, or Greek town, or Middle Eastern town, whatever. But does it have to be with core respect? And this is something that we have to learn to do among ourselves. And that's the thing. And that's why sometimes some of us are our own worst weapon. And it's how we treat, and we don't have a sense to respect one another. Respect that I went out there and made it, but I choose to come back and maybe uplift someone that look like ourselves. You too busy trying to be envious and jealousy, and trying to seem like you can try to hook and put some road dog mindset on somebody, trying to play someone's mindset because they ain't from the street and they ain't from the hood. This is the reason why some of us leave the hood. It's the mindset of some people. You think you're better? No, it's some people are envious and jealousy. Them the ones be breaking in your house. Them the ones that be trying to. They're the ones that be trying to get you all in an argument, fighting, and shooting and stuff like that. Now everybody's upset, chaos, and it's. I listened to an old elderly gentleman that I hear online, and it's Neely Fuller, and Mr. Fuller was right that sometimes black people. He's an elderly black man said that sometimes black people, if they ain't got nothing constructive to do, they say hi, hello, and go in your. If you ain't got nothing constructive and have a core of respect, then you go about your business. But some of us, when we see somebody who's kind of weaker, like a weaker vessel, you always have them ones that try to test you. Because until you really confront them, and it's got to be on a whole different level, that's all that they know. And it's the truth. But I know it's video. Excuse the cussing, but I'm glad that this man with the mask had to bring the real. He talk with some, because sometimes you gotta talk with some black people like this, because that's the way that they understand where you're coming from. Like this guy's real. He lived that life, and I've been around people that come close to that life. They still ain't learned their lesson. And like he says, it's a better way. And like the gentleman said, it's a better way of life. But it's sad that some of us don't see that as black men or some black women, because you got some black women it's the same way. So that's why we try to find. It's hard to find a black woman for someone's black men to be on the same page. And that's why some of them going out into different parts of the world. They're trying to have a reason to convo as a human being. Even though you said, why are our culture being blended out? But if you got hood-minded black people who got a hood-minded mindset, black men and black women, you ain't gonna want to stick around that. And they're robbing and stealing, or they're envious, they're arguing with you, they want to fight with you. You know what I'm saying? Trying to con you, craft you, run some kind of game because you ain't from the same type of hood, or you got to use some kind of vernacular that somebody familiar with, use some kind of street code. Oh, I've heard it all. I've seen it all, and it's just that I'm a kind of person. I just keep to. That's why it's good to keep to yourself until God show you what kind of person you're coming from. And it's a sad that we gotta be like that towards each other, but you gotta be like that to anybody, particularly to us, because you got always someone gotta look at you, gotta test you. They gotta test your manhood, test your womanhood. Test what you're gonna tolerate. Then they're gonna scream and cuss and act all bad like they're gonna do something, like they're gonna beat you up or shoot you, and just bring that kind of conflict. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. And sometimes we are our worst enemy. But I'm glad that I'm glad he kept it real. And like I said, this video is geared to a certain people, it's geared to a certain kind of black people with this kind of the mindset. That's why I played this video. And anybody that got that kind of mindset who trying to think, and that's true. People undercap. Do you know that there's a young white dude out of England? He got over 400,000 subscribers, and he's showing your dysfunction with these rappers. He making money, knowing. I mean, he goes in detail. There are white people making off your dysfunction. I'm like, his name is Trap Lloyd, something like that. And his video is into the rap game, but he's over across the water making about children, about the dysfunction about black youth in the United States. And then the sad thing about this, you got black people who ain't doing that kind of stuff. You got we in America where these people mysteriously get alive in different towns based on skin color. But then we got the other half, whether it's by law or whether it's by some citizen, and then you got it's like you see both of it. It's like, what do you do? But she make you want to save your money and leave the country. Not saying that it might be, but it might be damn bit better over someplace else. It's just crazy. But people are making money off of dysfunction of these gangs and what all that record sales and companies. It don't go to the children. They don't go to the children that they had all these baby mamas with. So they rap about something, talk about about something about, and it be over showing weapons and laying out money and flashing money, and for what? Stupid stuff. And then you knowing that either someone gonna get you from another rival, or you got law enforcement and saying, oh, y'all doing something that they get hip to the game, and then they wonder, and you know that they're gonna come after you. Then they so dumb they put it on the doggone Facebook and TikTok, a different one of them. So now it's like, yeah, and I was watching the one sheriff out of Florida. This young man rapping about taking someone out. How he described his crime in a rap song. And that's how he said, look, you dudes want to be bad, we got a county for you. This is in Florida. And it's like, what you gaining getting out of it? You being street hard for what? And like they said, you're gonna be locked up for the rest of your life. You're gonna be prison labor. They're gonna use you as prison labor once they get you in there. You ain't got no choice. You're gonna have some Billy Bob with a shotgun telling you get out there in 100-degree heat and pick cotton. Or you want to be stuck in solitude. And I don't know, man. Like you said, who want to do 25 to life with somebody and smell another man's body odor? Who wants to be? I don't want to be that intimate and close. I mean, I mean, being a straight man, I want to keep my manhood, keep my straighthood. I mean, I don't want to be all up on another man, and I don't want him up under me. You know. I mean, if you're a straight man now, if you're a man that's dialogue or maybe he's LGBTQ, maybe it's no problem for you. But for the ones that's not, you're heading that direction. If you keep messing up, because you're going behind bars, you're seeing dudes all day long. For the next 20-something, 30 years. Think about that. Or you're going to see the grave. What's good is going to do? And then the record companies take your money for. Then these one of the record companies and the people that make function. They good. And now they're gonna promote some more of you doing the same thing to one another. And then you don't see that this ain't what you think this is part of dysfunction, but they put the function of the black, what they call the black community as a culture, and have the rest of you fall right in the same line. And then you literally genociding yourself off the earth. Don't you see it? But as long as you represent, and that block is gonna be there. That block is gonna, and people gonna move out, and that block's gonna go abandoned. Look at some of your inner cities to today, where's neighborhoods across this country. They're practically abandoned. The business is gone. Your block don't mean nothing. Where you grew up don't mean nothing. It's gonna go to wasteland. Go across America and go into places you see in Mississippi and to all the way to Michigan and different places. Your block don't mean nothing. What you blocking for? And once you get locked up, all your people gonna move away or die when you come back. If you ever get out, get parole. They're gonna move on and move away, or some gonna unfortunately pass away due to health conditions or something. If that's the legacy you want to leave, being the best hood ninja in the block, is that what it is? I don't get it myself. But hey, I'm glad someone like this guy keep it real. These two gentlemen have to keep it real, because someone has to kind of make some sense out of it. And like I said, yeah, sometimes these kind of views don't get a lot of views because it's too much truth. They're too vulgar and but they basically telling truth. If it means that if you show someone a video like this and share it with, and save someone's life, and have someone think about what you're doing, then that's all what it's about. And sometimes you gotta keep it raw and real with some, because some people don't understand rational thinking and talking. Sometimes excuse the ones that we have to hear this language. You gotta be put like that, because there's a segment of people don't understand it. And that's why I played his video. To wake the ones that say, you want to be hard? And like you say, hey, we all know. Hey, I've been rejected, been talked about, been called out my name all my life. You ain't the only person been. It's like the way he says, the way you think, the way you do. But it's meant for you to have a long life. At the end of this message, it's meant for you. God didn't tell you to be a hood ninja in the world because you're a black man, or a hood rat if you're a black woman. He meant you be the kings and queens. Too bad some black people don't see themselves that way. But others do. They know who you are, but you don't know who you are. Some of you don't know who you are. And someone's waking up, and it's something that actually have a decent, somewhat of a life. You don't even know what that is. You're so used to dysfunction. We're trying to say that dysfunction ain't the way. It's going to lead to a couple bad avenues. There's people, I've seen it. And like I say, I've been out there. I've been around people closer that lived that. Been around it. Got away from them too. Because it could have cost me. I could have been where they at. in some jail, prison, or in someone's grave. So the message of this is, it's up to you. But do you want to leave a legacy? Because once you leave your life, think about your children. If you got kids, if you're a young man or young woman, think about what they're gonna go through. They're gonna be confused, angry, wonder why did you leave them? Because of the bad decision that you made. That's the maturity is about. It's not you no more. It's someone, when you create the life, it's your responsibility to be here to guide that life. And like you said, that's what the whole point about it, because you have a lot of little precious little ones, black boys and black girls, is coming up that don't know. They need you around. So hopefully the video will get some sense to some of the young men and young women that hey, leave the hood stuff and this toxicity away. It ain't going nowhere. And you have people looking to put you back in chains through the system. Or you want to voluntarily to go. If you keep this up, or you want to take yourself off the earth, because that's all it's going to lead to. So hopefully this message will reach. But shout out to the content creators for making these 2 videos. But hopefully this reached some black men and black women, and anybody else got this mindset, because they need to change. Because if you don't change, you're going to pay. You don't want to be suffer the consequences of some people that I've seen 60, 70 years old. Because it's not a good end. Take care, be blessed. See you on the next video.